the Yahudi, they are preparing for Malhama. And this is not a lip service. This is not something this guy is saying or that guy is saying. This is the chief of army. He is saying, and not only that he is saying that, he actually also mentioned exactly what the preparation is. In other words, they are preparing for the Malhama. But before I share that news with you, before I tell you exactly what is happening right now as I speak to you, I want you to understand this. The Yahudi, they had no problem with Rasulullah SAW when he came to Medina. Okay? They could not keep silent. What they did is that they started to ally with the Quraysh, with the pagans, the Arab tribes. And eventually that led to this battle of Khandaq, battle of the trench, the Confederates. That battle was happening simply because of the Yahudi. The Yahudi did not have any problem with Rasulullah SAW. Rasulullah SAW made a pact, a peace treaty, that we will be living, you are our neighbor, that's fine. But they could not, Banu Qurayda, they could not keep silent. What I'm trying to get you at is the Yahudi, and I'm not talking about all the Yahudi, by the way. I'm only talking about people from that group who are really, messed up. Because Allah Azza wa Jal mentioned in the Quran, Laisu sawaun min ahlil kitabi. Not all the people of the book are same. So when I talk about Yahudi, I'm not talking about in general, but the one who makes this kind of plan, the one who are behind this kind of instigation. So we see historically the Yahudi, they are always conspiring against the Muslims. Right now, they're preparing for Malhama. Do we need Malhama, the Muslims? No. We are the most peace-loving nation on earth. We are the only people who do not want any war. Because, wallahi, we have nothing to lose. We are okay. The situation right now, we are being oppressed, not given rights in France, many other part of the world. Are we doing anything? No, and we should not. We have to have sabr, and for the right time, because Allah Azza wa Jal will bring His victory on us. Yes, we have to work hard to fix our relationship with Allah Azza wa Jal, but the victory at the end of the day comes through patience and through prayer, and Allah Azza wa Jal will give it to us. This is a promise. He will help us. Right now we cannot do anything. Right now we are tied up, not only by the kuffar, but also even the Muslim leaders. They would not let us do anything. So we say, Alhamdulillah, we will wait for the right time. Allah will give us victory. We have to have patience. The point here is that the Yahudi, they did this with the Prophet ﷺ. Right now Muslims, we do not need any conflict. Okay? We do not need any conflict. So even though we want to have peace, even the Muslims are doing nothing, the kuffar, especially these few Yahudis, they are not wanting any peace. They cannot sit idle, do nothing, like what they did with Prophet ﷺ. So this is what I want to share with you. Are you ready? This is very, very important. Okay, this news, again, it is not coming from me. It is not coming from a brother. It is not coming from a sister. Rather, it is coming from who? Authentic sources. Okay, if you are ready, as you can see on the screen, they have these drones and whatnot, all this technology. They are making sure that they will use it against Iran. Right now they are Iran. I'll talk about Iran in a second. So military plans, this is what they say. Military plans dealing with Iran's nuclear program have been greatly accelerated. Israel's military chief warned. Who? Military chief. As questions are being asked about the revival of the nuclear pact deal. Now, preparations, this is very, very important, brothers and sisters. Preparations for possible action against Iran are being intensified. Chief of General Staff Aviv Kohavi, Israeli, said in an interview published on Monday, adding, quote, a significant chunk of the boost to defense budget was, as was recently agreed, was intended for this purpose. What purpose he's talking about? He's talking about the purpose of striking Iran. Now, you say, and you should say, well, Iran is a Shia country, and why should we Muslims, if you think that way, why should we Muslims should worry about what happened with Iran and Israel? Dear brothers and sisters, I can tell you one thing for sure. As I said, Yahudi, they will not keep silent. This time it is Iran. They already allocated a portion, a huge portion of the defense budget for the purpose of striking Iran. That can happen tomorrow, that can happen in a month, a year, we do not know, Allahu Alam. The point here is that they are prepared for the Malhama. It will start with Iran, and then it will go to other countries. Saudi Arabia, the Emirat, they are okay. And many other Muslim countries. Why? Because they are part of the Freemason. These countries are protected. These countries will not be attacked because these countries, the leaders are already, subhanAllah, I was talking to this brother yesterday, or actually 2 days ago. He's from Yemen. He told me, and I didn't tell him anything. I didn't ask him anything. He said to me, he's from Yemen, he just came. He said to me, Saudi Arabia, Emirat, and many other Muslim countries, the leaders, they are Yahudi. Wallahi, I swear, he said that. And I didn't even ask anything. He said it. He volunteered. He should not, because this guy, he doesn't even speak English good. He just came from Yemen. We were having a conversation. He's my neighbor. All of a sudden, he said, these people are Yahudi. I'm like, how you know? Okay, okay. A lot of people will probably think the same way. But why are you telling me this? It's because, dear sisters, the barrier is removed. The hijab of hypocrisy, of kufr is being removed. Everybody now see them as Yahudi. Nobody will argue, looks like it, if you talk to these people, nobody will argue with you that these are not Yahudi. They will say, yeah, they are. They're part of the Freemason. Okay, this is what he said to me. I'm not saying it. He said to me, Wallahi, I swear by Allah. So the point here is that Israel, the Yahudi, again, selected few, will not have any problem with Saudi Arabia and Emirat and other countries, Egypt. Why? Because these are already, according to him and many other people, I believe, they are already Yahudi. Why Yahudi will go fight a Yahudi? That doesn't make sense. Rasulullah SAW, he said, ready for the hadith? Sahih hadith. Jabir ibn Samura reported. The Prophet ﷺ said, Satuqatiluna Jaziratul Arab. You will fight the Arabian Peninsula. Summa yaftahu Allah. And Allah will give you victory. The question is, why the hadith talks about fighting with the Arab? Why? Because Arabs are Muslims, right? Dear brothers and sisters, the Arabs fought before, with each other. That is also a part of the prophecy that came true. But right now the situation is such that wallahi, we the Muslims, and as I just mentioned them, Yahudi, the leaders in Arabian countries, they're Yahudi. So when we will fight these leaders or followers of these leaders, the hadith is referring exactly to that. Satuqatiluna Jaziratul Arab. You will fight the Arab because you need to get rid of them. Summa yaftahu Allah. Summa tuqatiluna Rum. So next, you'll fight the people of the Roman. In Quran, Roman doesn't mean Russia. Roman doesn't mean America, UK. Roman in Quran, the Quranic way, you can go and check yourself. The ulama said it refers to the ethnicity, the Caucasian. In other words, white people, in general, according to the Quran, they're all part of the Rum. You cannot say Russia is not part of Rome, because a lot of people argue with me. Oh, because I think they listened to Imran Hussein. Imran Hussein said, oh, Russia is a good guy, so they are not part of the room. You are completely ignorant, wallahi. Go ask any ulama, any sheikh. Sheikh, explain what room means in the Quran. They will tell you, wallahi, they will tell you. It means the Quran is referring to this ethnicity, okay, the Caucasian. They are all Rome. They are all Romans. We will fight with them and Allah will give us victory. Summa tuqatiluna Dajjal fayaftahu Allah. And you will fight after the Romans, Dajjal, and Allah will give you victory. Means, obviously, when Isa ibn Maryam will be here, he'll fight with us. He will be our leader and he will get rid of Dajjal. Okay? Dear and sisters, Malhama is not too far. A lot of people say, brother, when you think this will happen, that will happen. We are seeing nothing on the surface level. We are seeing everything is cool in the hood. You know, everything is being tackled. But underneath that surface, it is not cool. Something is being plotted. وَيَمْكُرُونَ وَيَمْكُرُ اللَّهُ وَاللَّهُ خَيْرُ الْمَاكِرِينَ. The ayat was not revealed for no reason, dear my sisters. The ayat was revealed because something, yamkuruna here is a verb. Is a verb, means someone is already planning and plotting against Allah. It is not a past tense or a prediction from the Quran. It is a continuous tense, means someone, as I speak to you, is already thinking about the Muslim, how to get rid of people who follow Islam, the true believers. This is what the Quran is talking about. So we would not, dear brothers and sisters, be able to have peace. We would not be able to see the real picture of the situation so easily unless we open our eyes and focus on the ayat and also focus on what these people are doing. The Yahudi, they're making it absolutely clear. We are putting a huge chunk of our defense budget because we want to strike Iran. After Iran, it will be other country. Right now, the Muslim, the believers, subhanallah, it is very hard for any country to really dissect who are the real Muslims and where they are. Wallahi, the reason because we do not have really any state. True believers, we have no land where we are ruling over people. We have no power, in other words, the true believers. The power right now is with the corrupt people. But Allah Azza wa Jalla will give us victory. So dear my sisters, the point of this video is that you need to create awareness. You need to know what is happening and, you know, spread the news. I have lot of comments here. I don't think I can go through all of them. It is already, how long I took? 13 minutes. I really appreciate all your comments. Pinkin Rallies, Joshi Ali, and I have WA, Yam Shoaib, Syedzz, Jazakallah khair for all the comment. Asad Khalif, please leave this comment in the comment section below. Also, I have a channel where I talk about international politics, and wallahi, I found this topic from that channel when I was talking about this. So I decided to talk about this particular topic in this channel as well. The channel description is below in the description section. The link and also the name of the channel. You can check this out if you like. If you don't like, that's no problem. But if you do go to that channel, make sure that inshallah you watch, because inshallah I'll be talking about a lot about international politics because we're interested in Malhama. At the end of time, Malhama. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.